Hi everybody, this is Digits Baby. I'm back with another evening stream. Today we'll be playing a visual novel game called The Outcast Lovers, which is the sequel, or rather just the follow-up to the game The Night Fisherman that I played last night. So if you haven't seen the stream of The Night Fisherman, I recommend that you watch that before this one. The highlight will be on my channel. And I think that stream in total, it was less than an hour long. I want to say around 45 minutes. The Night Fisherman is a really quick game, probably like 10 to 15 minutes per playthrough. I just played it more slowly because I was reading things out loud and kind of exploring the scenery a bit. But this is the follow-up game to that visual novel series. It seems that the studio that's making these games plans on making one of these visual novels every month, and this one came out in... Actually, I want to say this one came out in July, so maybe there are more that I'm just not aware of right now. But I thought The Night Fisherman was a pretty conceptually interesting game. So because the sequel is free to download from itch.io, I decided to download that one and check it out on stream. So that's what we'll be playing today. As with yesterday's stream, it seems that the game cinematics begin as soon as you open the game, and so I don't have the game open right now. I have it set up to start streaming, start recording as soon as I open the game file. So I'm going to open the game in just a moment here. There we go, and this should start there it is. It should start the video capture as soon as I open the game. As with The Night Fisherman, I have not played this game prior to streaming it. I only had this game open for like the first minute or so when I was checking for the sound balance, but I will be going into this blind, so we'll see how this game turns out. Looks like the concept is pretty much the same, just like a point-and-click visual novel game. So we had somebody washed up on the beach. It seems that this game is probably in the same universe as the game, the Night Fisherman game that we played yesterday. You're speeding. Shoot. Oh, you hear about Liv's uncle? Stupid bastard is drunk cycling again at high speed. What's the story? So he swerves his bike off Promenade Hill for some reason, hits the seawall dead on. He's flung over the handlebars right into the high tide. Oh shit. Yep, flew straight in, knocked his head on a rock, almost drowned. Damn, is he alright? He was. When he got to the hospital on the mainland, they checked his records. Turns out he was German, no visa. Doctors called immigration, but the EPG got him first. Now he's gone. No. Hippocratic oath? More like hypocrite oath. Okay, so this game is definitely in the same universe of, like, this sort of closed border England. Ola, look out! Holy fuck! Oh. Well, that's not a promising way to start the game off. No spinal trauma, I think. Oh god, why was he on the road? Help me get him in the fucking car, Ola. Oh hey, there's a character with a face in this game. Oh, and again, it looks like I can move the camera around. Oh, here instead of changing like the shot, I'm just kind of scrolling along. Oh, so am I playing as a journalist then? There's the name Ola as the author of this article. The New Observer migrants flee UK. I'm starving. Why hasn't anyone worked the fields? Beats me. Channel Island Echo, local hero doctor returns. Spook official _ Grace. That name doesn't have quite the same ring to it as Digits BB when I say it that way. I guess I could call you Newborn. Noobborn. Might have a slightly nicer ring to it. Alright, so I guess this isn't advancing automatically, so I just have to click around. You are Ola, a retired cartoonist. Oh, okay, so not necessarily a journalist, but just like a cartoonist for the newspaper who maybe has written other stuff too. You watch the boy set down his knife and fork, the plate in front of him emptied. I'm gonna change my name. Do it and I'll start calling you that whenever you appear on my streams from now on. Noob porn. I don't know, I like how official _ Grace has become a thing of like verbalizing the underscore though. Anyway. He draws his arms back inside the blanket given to him by Mary, your partner. He takes a few glances around her cluttered home, then seems to lose focus, staring idly forwards, lost in thoughts. You feel terrible about hitting him with your car. Yeah, so... I mean, they were just talking, like, right before the car crash happened, that there's an immigrant who got hunted down or deported forcefully for going to the hospital from an injury, so I'm guessing after they hit this dude with a car, they're just gonna treat the injury themselves. Can't get any of the medical system or the bureaucracy involved. You feel terrible at hitting with your car. Can I... Oh, I can't control the camera. What are you thinking? You sigh. Alright, so we control Ola. Is Ola the... Ola's the black woman in this scene, or the white woman? I guess we might find out if the camera changes to focus on who's speaking. Alright, so the choice is I should have been paying attention or his fault for wandering into the road. Well, obviously I'm going to go with the first one. I should have been paying attention. Okay, so Ola is this woman then. But it seems like he was in a bad way even before we hit him. I hope we can help. May gives you a soft, compassionate look. It's okay, babe. We only gave him a few contusions, a glancing bump. It's the hypothermia that's the real problem. Well, that and the fact that he might be concussed. That's true. He must have fallen out of one of the smugglers' boats. That's a connection to the last game, isn't it? I mean, for all we know, it could be the same person. We never got a look, like an actual look at the smuggled boy from the last game. He's lucky I'm a doctor. Hypothermia is easy to miss. Kid, drink your tea. The boy doesn't respond. Well, the boy might not speak English, right? Ola, do something. The concussion. He's got to stay awake. He looks blankly at you. You lean in towards him. Try to bribe him with sweets or communicate with gestures. Alright, well, I don't see what bribing him with sweets is really going to do for us, so I think using gestures to communicate might get us somewhere. You point at the boy's mug, then pick up your own. Yours is empty, but you grab it with both hands and pantomime drinking from it. The boy is bemused as you look away at thin air. What the hell are you doing? He's not an alien. He knows how drinking works. You put your mug down and smack your lips with satisfaction. Next, you move the boy's mug closer to him, repeatedly pointing between his mouth and the mug. The boy smiles for the first time, amused by the ridiculous show before him. Well, at least I tried. I mean, it got him to smile. That's progress, right? Embarrassed, you turn back to Mary. You hear a slurp beside you. The boy is nonchalantly drinking his tea, which Mary finds quite comical. He doesn't appear to be drinking his tea, does he? He's kind of just chilling there. Is he now using an invisible third arm with a third hand to invisibly drink a different invisible tea? These games really leave a lot to the imagination, don't they? After a moment's pause, you decide to keep the light mood rolling. So, picture this. You're in a bar, and in walks an EPG member, a politician, Oh my fucking Christ, don't bring those racist bastards up. We're already having enough of a hard time this evening. It's insane that they even factor into this shit. The English Protection Group are violent vigilantes, not an official national force. How are they tolerated? It makes no sense. But immigration enforcement just allow it. They allow dickhead armed thugs to do their job for them. Then whatever leftover migrants the EPG passes them, they just take into custody. Fucking half a job. And even then, I read the other day, they're just held in immigration enforcement facilities for God knows how long until they decide to deport them. Half of them don't even end up in the right country. Mary looks at the boy. If he went into their care now, he'd not come out until they deem him an adult, at which point they'd ship him off to fucking wherever. How did it get to this? Mary falls quiet, having run out of steam. I was just trying to tell a joke, man. Sheesh. You both laugh and the tension dissipates. You check on the boy. He seems oddly unfazed by Mary's diatribe. I'm sorry, love. Go on then, tell your joke. Don't feel like it now. Oh gosh, the camera just jumped back to Ola by default. And it looks like those are probably a car's headlights outside. No, come on, I'm sorry, please. The moment's passed. Ola. Fine. Tell the joke about the bar or tell a different joke? Well, Bar jokes are kind of cliche, right? So let's see if she has any more original material here. I'll tell a different one. What's the EPG's favorite Disney song? The EPG's favorite Disney song. Grace, if you're here, what do you think? A nationalist vigilante group, what their favorite Disney song would be. I guess I don't necessarily know enough Disney music to really know what it could be. I know, let's find out. I just can't wait to be king. Oh yeah, that's a fair guess. That's good, but no. Tell me. God bless the Outcast. Is that a Disney song? I don't know what the tune to this is, so I'll just read it. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Jeez, Ola, dark. The kid's right here. You both giggle like much younger women, and surprisingly the boy is also laughing. Either he actually understands what they've been saying this whole time, or he's just kind of playing along with the atmosphere. Oh, I guess because she just sang in front of him too. That's it, put that thing... You repeat the punchline, trying to keep the kid laughing. Does he understand? Oh, look at those. Those lights are getting closer. I think I know what that probably means. The boy's laughter fades away, and yours follows. Can you understand this, little guy? Nod if you understand. His gaze returns to his lap, unresponsive again. What are we going to do with him? I don't know. He walked straight out of the ocean in the middle of the night with no English, a handful of European coins in his pocket, and nobody else around. I'm pretty sure we're right to avoid the hospital and the EPG. Yes, but we should take him to the police. It's not as if the kid's gonna press charges for the fender bender. You and me are all clear. The facilities aren't so bad. They keep him safe from the EPG once he's in the system. For now. He'd be there a long while, and who knows what nutjob we'll have in office next. Well, yeah. Assuming nothing too drastic changes, he'd be safe, though. Behind bars? This isn't like you, Mary. Where's the woman who thinks doctors who ring immigration are hypocrites? This is a child, Ola. He's too fragile to go his own way. If we take him directly to the police, we can at least make sure he's provided for and safe. What other choice do we have? Look online for strangers who might take him in? Ola gestures around the room. He might like to stay here. The boy shrinks a little as both of you eye him. Ola, be serious. We don't know jack shit about kids. We made that choice 20 years ago. It's not like we can ask him, and we need to decide this as soon as possible before we're guilty of hiding a migrant. Oh. That looks like an armed man standing outside. Oh, were those car headlights or flashlights? He'd be in constant danger from the EPG here. It's not like we get visitors. We live in the furthest arse end of nowhere and we're already outcasts. You can actually see the lights out the window now. And I'll just add that when I read the description of this game and saw that the title is Outcast Lovers, I was assuming that like the refugee and like the person who found them would fall in love or something. That's the impression I got. I didn't realize that the main characters of this game would be a couple, and of course the Outcast Lovers are the lesbian couple here, who I don't know if it's implied that, I mean, because this is England, if the black woman is an immigrant who's like lived in the country since before the borders are closed or something. I don't know, I guess that's kind of left open to interpretation. What if it's the same gunman? That could be true too. The same boy and the same gunman. That's probably not going to be answered directly, but we can assume. Alright. This is a huge commitment you're talking about. There's a system in place for people like him to be looked after, fed, protected. Listen to yourself, the system. The system would have him in a fluorescent lit prison with 50 other kids for years. Ola, this is a child. It's years of our life, a total overhaul of our day-to-day. We're getting old. But he'd be with real people, not social workers. Have a family, even if not his own. Or at least stay free in case his real one shows up. In constant danger of being discovered and going to that fluorescent lit room anyway, or worse, but with the two of us now in jail. You look at the boy. He looks small and a little fearful. Your raised voices seem to have put him on edge. Well, this seems like this is probably like the moral arc of the game, right? Let the system deal with him. Or insist that the system is the wrong choice. Well, I guess first I'll go with what I consider to be the morally right answer here. Mary, I'm begging. Handing him in is wrong. Mary, I'm begging. Handing him in is wrong. Think of the difference we can make. Don't let him grow up locked away. Mary considers for a moment, then sighs. You're right, I never wanted to be a parent. Can we at least agree we'll try to find him somewhere else better suited for him to live permanently? It looks like the gunman, we can't see them anymore, but there's a car out in the distance. I'm sure there's a charity somewhere, people whose life work this stuff is, who'd take him in. Okay, we can try that, but if that fails, no turning back? Mary looks at the boy, and she gives in. He shouldn't grow up behind bars. Okay, we're doing this. We'll try to find somewhere better, though. Agreed, we'll try. Or you'll see you'll fall in love with him. So this is implying that they'll find somewhere else to take him. Or they'll personally raise him in their household. I mean, I'm not necessarily sure what to say here, like... I mean, as we've already seen, this is like... an aging couple who weren't necessarily interested in raising a child or having a family with kids. So I guess it would be a responsible choice to find people who are more prepared to adopt him. I mean, this just seems kind of like a moral thing. Like, I don't know if this will necessarily affect the outcome of anything with this choice here. So I'll say agreed, we'll try. Oh. The house suddenly feels as if it were somehow heavier with the weight of your decision. The boy lets out a whimper. His hands go to his temples. You lean toward him. What's wrong, little guy? Did you hear? You're going to stay here for a while. You raise his chin. He has his eyes closed and his face looks pained, as if he might start crying. He rubs at his head. I think he has a headache. The concussion? Don't let him go to sleep. Time for some bedtime music. Oh God, I suppose he has to get used to it sooner or later. You love it. I absolutely do not. What in the... Really now? Well, that's a tonal shift. But also, holy shit, someone is knocking on the door right now. Stunned by the knock at the door, you turn the music down. Knocking is still going. A voice comes to the door. Oh. Open up. This is immigration enforcement. We're searching the area and we'd like to speak with you. Okay. I will say that's bad, but as noted earlier, the official immigration enforcement, like the actual government agency, is implied to not be as sinister as the nationalist vigilantes. What is this music? Mary, shit, how did they get here so fast? Fuck, we gotta hide him. Open up. Go, go, go. Where? In the... Oh... In the utility room? Or out the back door? Oh gosh, this is a stressful... Like... Honestly, this feels like more stressful to me than the first game did. Maybe because I have a better idea of where this could be going. Like, with the Night Fisherman game, I was, like, totally unaware of, like, how the game could possibly end. But here, I know that this game could, like, end in disaster. And the choices feel a lot heavier. How do you feel about this, Grace? I mean, the utility room, like, the cops might search the entire house and find him there. But out the back door, like, what was that window that we were looking out earlier? Is that the back window? Because, like, if so, there could be people, like, standing out there. Yeah, I don't know if either of these are safe. I don't know if either of them are meant to be safe with how the game is written. I feel like the Hollywood response, like the typical thing to happen in a movie with a story like this would be sneak out the back door and run. So I'm gonna try that. Grace, if you reply, it's probably gonna be too late. The last thing I see is you saying agita, which I agree with. Back door, maybe? Run him down to the dunes? Yeah, I feel like they're almost certainly going to get caught no matter what we do. What if they sent someone around the back? Just go. They probably did. I mean, honestly, like... like these cops are probably like trained and have encountered this kind of situation before, so they probably surround the house when they do operations like this. You stand and walk to the door as Mary bundles the boy in her arms and runs out the back door. You stop the music. 1 second, officer. You take a moment to steel yourself. Tell yourself you're doing the right thing. You exhale, then open the door to see 3 men in black uniforms. Good evening, officers. Did you say something about illegals? The officers enter the property. They're polite. They ask you if you've seen anything unusual, what rumors you've heard about smuggling in the area. When all's done, they walk back up the path to the main road. You hear the slam of the van doors. Once you're sure they're gone, you fetch Mary and the boy from the dunes. Oh? What could that mean then? I mean, who knows where this is going to go even in the next line, but I was worried for a second that things could turn out even worse, because, like, the fact that we sent Mary out with the kid, like, I mean, I guess, what's this woman? I've already forgotten what this woman's name is, but, like, even if we could end up implicated in it somehow, like, the worst penalty could go for Mary. I guess Mary specifically, because she was the one who was running away with the kid. Anyway. The outside world does not hear of the boy again for 6 years. Oh. Oh? Did we just get a good ending? We just got a good ending to this game. Wow, I expected that to end badly, but I mean, I guess, like, the game ends kind of abruptly. I mean, all these games are rushed, obviously, but, like, I mean, how old would the kid be in 6 years? Like, he looks like he's probably, like, I don't know, you could say, like, 10 maybe, so, like, as a teenager, but even then, what happens in 6 years, you know? Like, yeah, Grace, you're right. This could be, like, a later game in the series could, like, address that and continue where this leaves off. So, like, in 6 years, that could mean anything. It could mean, like, the society they live in is totally transformed and, like, borders open up, or, like, immigrants are granted amnesty or something. It could mean that the boy is caught and gets in huge trouble, or the family gets in trouble. Like, that could mean anything. Alright, well, I guess we can, I mean, I don't know. After we've gotten the good ending, like, do you even want to, like, go back in and see if there are worse endings? I feel like we should, just for the sake of exploring everything in this game, but it's gonna make me feel bad that we got a good ending and now we have to see what disasters could happen if we take another path. This is like the Emily is Away 2 of this series, you know, where the first Emily is Away always ends badly no matter what you do, but the second one has, like, different paths. Alright, anyway, so I'm going to click quit right now, and the game's probably going to close, right? It is. Okay, so I'm going to reopen the game now. And we'll see what else we can make happen. So I guess I could see every possible path. It seems like there might be more than 2 in this one, because we made what seemed to be a couple important choices. I think I'm just going to breeze to the first dialogue here. But it seemed like the different choices we had were whether we choose to turn the kid into authorities or keep him in the house. Then the next moral choice that we made was whether to assume he'd be a permanent member of the family, or whether we'd let him be adopted by someone else. And the third choice is where to hide him. So I guess we'll see how this could turn out, and assuming that there are more paths that we can take, I guess this stream could end up being a bit longer than the first game in the series, but as I said, I'll just breeze through this just to save time. Also, the other woman's name was Ola. That's what I was thinking, but I don't know. I didn't necessarily want to say Ola and be wrong, because that sounds like that would be a bit silly to just say hello in Spanish as somebody's name. I don't know, I was just thinking like Ola would be the silliest name to come up with and be wrong. So I guess presumably this cartoon up here was drawn by Ola herself. Alright, I'll skip through some of this stuff. Oh, right, there's this too, but I don't know if I ever want to say this one necessarily. But I feel like I should, just for the sake of getting all the possible dialogues. I feel like an asshole for saying this, though. His fault for wandering into the road. He shouldn't have been in the road. I can't be blaming myself for that. It was out of my control. I just still feel terrible about it, you know? Hola without the H, that means wave in Spanish. Interesting. It means the Kaidu. You're probably still in shock. Mara gives you a soft, compassionate look. It's okay, babe. We only gave him a few okay, so this just continues as normal. Let's jump ahead a little bit. Again, I guess I'll try the other option and see what that does. Do we have any sweets, Mary? Mary reaches into a pocket and pulls out a roll of... Werther's Originals? What white nonsense is this? They remind me of my grandfather. They're relaxing. Mary passes you the butterscotch caramels. You unwrap one with disdain, then point at the tea. Drink some tea and you can have this delicious, sweet little man. The boy looks at the sweet, then back into his lap uninterested. Fucking Werther's, Mary, honestly. I like how sassy and profane these characters are. More for me. Mary flashes her eyes at you, plucks the caramel from your hand, and eats it. After a moment's pause, you decide to keep the light mood rolling. Okay, so here it continues as usual. Oh, are those the same types of caramel? Like, those are literally the... Oh, not necessarily that brand name, but okay, you're talking about, like, grandmother's always had caramel candies. I thought you were saying that exact brand was, like, the one we were talking about last week. That would have been a pretty funny coincidence. Alright, so let's tell the same joke and hear it. There's the spooks outside. Alright, tell the joke about the bar. So, you're in a bar. In walks an EPG shitbag, a politician, and a man who's been kicked in the head by a horse. Barkeeper says, "On your own today, Mr. Prime Minister?" Oh, it is that brand. It's the exact one. I feel like as soon as I move on to another topic, there's like a chat comment from you saying the thing that we were talking about half a minute ago. Stream delay. It's those caramels. You both giggle like much younger women, and surprisingly the boy is also laughing. That's it. On your own today, Mr. Prime Minister? Does he understand? The boy's laughter fades away and yours follows. Okay, so now it's the same. Alright, well, I don't know what choice I want to make here. I mean, I guess I would assume there are 2 more endings left. The first one being that something different could happen depending on where we choose to hide the boy. I'm guessing probably that moral choice that we have to make about whether we're going to keep the boy long term or give him to someone else. I'm guessing that probably doesn't affect the actual outcome of the game. So I'm guessing the 2 other options are, the 2 other endings that we haven't seen yet, are possibly a different ending if you hide him within the house rather than go outside. And the other is if right here, if we say to let the system deal with him. I think I'll go with that ending last. So go with this first. And I'll say this one this time. You'll see, you'll fall in love with him. Don't push it. Okay, that literally seemed to do nothing so far. There's those jams again. And there's the spook knock. Alright, oh god, I'm scared to say this after we got such a happy outcome last time. Hide them in the utility room. Utility maybe? Under clothes in one of the hampers? Just go. You stand and walk to the door as Mary bundles the boy in her arms and runs into the kitchen, headed for the utility. You stop the music. 1 second, officer. You take a moment to steel yourself. Tell yourself you're doing the right thing. You exhale, then open the door to see 3 men in black uniforms. Good evening, officers. Did you say something about illegals? The officers enter the property. Oh, hi, double spam bots. Welcome to the stream. I don't know. I don't remember if I've established mods for my channel or not, but I don't know if I can really do anything about that from where I am right now, so I'm just going to ignore that. Anyway, they're polite. They ask you if you see anything unusual with rumors you've heard about smuggling in the area. When all's done, they walk back up the path on the main road, to the main road. You hear the slam of the van doors. Oops. The outside world does not hear the boy. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Oh god, I was really nervous there. But the outcome is the same, regardless of whether you choose where you choose to hide the boy. Well, that's nice. The boy's still safe if you hide him inside. Alright, so I guess that leaves us with the last thing we have to do is go for the asshole ending. So let's close the game and open it one more time. Alright, one more playthrough. I mean, aside from some different dialogue lines, there were no major consequences to the other choices we made in that second run. But I feel like the choice we're going to make in this playthrough will make a pretty big difference. Alright, well, here we are again. Alright, let's skim ahead to the moral choice of this run through. Should have been paying attention, blah blah blah. Those officers move a lot faster and you're skipping through all the dialogue. Okay, well, I hate to do this, but in order to see every possible outcome of this game, we'll let the system deal with him. Fine, we'll let the system deal with him. Who cares about freedom, about having a home? You just don't want a kid around, and that's more important to you than this boy's life. Oh, well, okay. Oh, Liz was gonna be super sarcastic about it. I thought she was actually giving in. Oh, fuck you. I've done my part for kids like him. I went overseas, I treated them, I saw things I'll never unsee. And I pay taxes into systems to support him. It's not my fault they're shit. We vote for them to get better, we have done for years. Oh, so doctors who ring immigration are hypocrites, but it's fine when you do it because you pay your taxes? Here he'd lose his goddamn life. This isn't our fight, it's futile. We've done enough, there's no obligation to bear this burden ourselves. Oh, wow, okay. Choosing the other path just results in, like, some, like, serious relationship tension here. Which means more moral choices to make. This is pointless, or I can't believe I married you. I mean, do we want to take the path that's like this first one is just, you know, it's like continuing the argument. This one is just like implying the collapse of their relationship within this story. I mean, kind of waiting for that Grace reaction here. I mean, this one is like really dramatic, and I'm kind of curious what's going to happen if I say it. I can't believe I married you. You don't earn karma, then get to do something horrible like it's a cheat day on your diet. Your fury hangs thickly in the air as Mary's eyes well over. The boy lets out a whimper. His hands go to his temples. You lean toward him. What's wrong, little guy? Did we upset you? I'm sorry. This is like the same. Oh, well, you know what? I feel like, it seems like this is kind of going along the same general path, but my guess is that, like, the huge argument they had right before this could lead to, like, Mary, like, turning in the child. Because, like, Ola and Mary aren't on the same page right now. Because this thing right here, I don't give a fuck right now, Mary. I'm pretty sure that's not what you said in the previous playthroughs. A voice comes to the door. Open up, this is Immigration Enforcement. We're searching the area and we'd like to speak with you. Mary, shit, how did they get here so fast? Mary shrugs. The boy looks scared. You walk over to the door. Are we not turning down the music right away? Open up. Oh shit, okay, so we are on a different path right now. Oh man. Oh god, what do we do right now? I'm gonna go with this one first. Mary, I'm not sure about this. It's not on us. You hang your head, then open the door to see 3 men in black uniforms. Oh my god, okay, well... yeah, what happened is on the previous playthroughs, like... Mary and Ola are kind of on the same page morally, and that's why they're able to come together and save the kid in the end. It seems that in this run, in this route, there's such a huge disagreement between the two of them that it was like too late to like plan or do anything by the time the officers show up. Good evening, officers. He's here. Please be gentle with him. The officers enter the property. They're polite. They take statements. When all's done, the boy is walked back up the path to the main road, still wearing the blanket Mary gave him. You hear the slam of the van doors. The outside world does not hear of the boy again for 6 years. Wow. Wow. That's really sad. But I mean, I think that's also a really wise move on the writer's part too, that like they take the same concluding sentence in every possible ending, but like the nuance of that sentence is completely different depending on the path you took. That's really smart, I think. Okay, I think that... Oh, man. I want to see, because there's like possibly one more thing that could have happened with the argument that they were having, and I want to see what it was. So I'm going to load up the game again. And I'm going to go through everything very quickly so we can just see the other dialogue that we've missed. This is interesting though, I like this. I mean, these are like, I like the connections between the two visual novels that we've seen so far, and I think they've both been... The allegories in them, like the connection to current events, has been done really nicely. And as I said, I like the way that they have that concluding sentence that has like a different punch to it, depending on what ending you take. But yeah, like you were saying earlier, Grace, I feel like the next game they make in the series could be about what happens to this boy 6 years later. I'm really curious to see that. Oh gosh, here, let me, sorry Grace, there we go. I had to make the chat window a little bit bigger because I couldn't really read your full message there. The attention to little details too, like the candies that most people would feel nostalgic towards. Yeah, that's true. And the reference to Disney songs and stuff like that, like there's like actual pop culture references in these games. Which, you know, kind of tells you that the political situation that's happening in these games is not that far off from our current reality. It may seem like a dystopian future of some kind, but it doesn't have to be too far off from where we are at the present. And I think that's what the creators are trying to say with these games. Alright, so we gotta take this route again. We'll let the system the system deal with him. Alright, so this is the dialogue option I'll go with. This is pointless. Hey, this is pointless. You win. You say it's not on us, fine. Your fury hangs thickly in the air. Okay, so there's no difference there. Oh my god, that music. Oh, but we actually did turn down the music this time. The only time that you don't turn down the music is when Ola is so mad at Mary that she just lets it blast for a while. And last time I chose the first option, so this time I'll choose just let the officers in. You hang your head, then open the door to see 3 men in black uniforms. That is exactly the same, and so you can see here, no matter what ending you take, there's like four different possible things. Wait, no, not really. I mean, ultimately, there's really only two paths they can end up on, and both of them end with the same concluding sentence that have very different implications for what happens to the boy. And I guess we can say there that this was the Outcast Lovers. I believe we've seen everything that there is to see in this game, so yeah, I think conceptually these games have been really interesting. For all the reasons I was saying earlier, I don't really need to repeat myself. And I think the visuals of these games are very simple, but they're also very colorful and like they leave stuff to the imagination, but they are kind of interesting to look at as like these kind of like a abstract graphics. And the music is nice too. So yeah, I like these. These are I have gotten these first two visual novels for free because they were available for free on itch.io with the way I got them, but I would consider like donating or paying for these games later down the road as they continue making them. I got these games for free through itch, but I think they might also be available for free through Steam as well. I mean, anybody who's watching these streams at this point has basically seen everything you can with these first two games, so you might not really have the incentive to get these games on Steam and play them yourself, but I'm just throwing that out there. The first couple games have been free on itch and Steam, which means that the upcoming ones will be as well, I'm sure. So this has been the Outcast Lovers, and I played these games just as part of exploring. Visuals give me jazz vibes. Yeah, I agree with that. That's true. What was I saying? Oh, so these games I've been playing have been through exploring just random games that are on the itch.io bundle I found, which is called the Bundle for Racial Justice and Equality. So there's definitely a connection between these games and the cause that bundle was put together for. That bundle is no longer on sale. It was back in June, but I acquired quite a lot of games and software through that have been starting to explore on my channel, because there are a lot of cool indie games in that bundle, and you get an interesting perspective in games like this that you wouldn't normally see from like mainstream video games. So yeah, thank you for watching the stream tonight. My channel is twitch.tv/dudesbb. Please follow if you haven't already. So that we can show that I can get a good number of followers without the help of goofy Steam bots who spam my chat. You can also see the plugs I have on my Twitch display right now. You can follow my friend Nick's channel, BlazerGamer112. This month he's been playing The Last of Us and Resident Evil 2 Remake and DuckTales Remastered. And you can also follow Grace, who's been supporting the stream in the chat the whole time. She's been on her channel. She's been playing Skyrim mostly lately, and as of last night, she's also done one stream so far of Among Us on her chonker computer. And knowing how much I likely inspired her with this stream today, she'll probably be streaming immediately after this and playing Among Us until around midnight or so, despite saying that she's only going to play for a minute. Just kidding. Oh, I'm waiting for the call out for that one in the chat. So, thank you for watching tonight's stream. Upcoming streams, I don't know exactly when they'll happen. I'll probably have to work with my friends' schedules to decide when I'll be able to stream next, at least if I'm streaming this month. I might have more opportunities next month to do the regularly scheduled streams, like Night in the Woods Japanese and A Short Hike are the main things on the agenda right now. And there's the next race comment. So, cool. Alright, well, thank you everybody for watching tonight's stream. This has been really interesting playing these visual novels. It's a genre that I don't really that I don't check out too often, but when you do, you find interesting games like this. So anyway, I've gone on long enough. Thank everybody for watching. My channel is DigitsBV, and I'll see everybody soon.